Yeah, hello, what's good everybody? It's your boy Romanpuss here with the top games that are coming out in 2024, or at least that have been announced. Whether they get pushed back or not, I don't know. But honestly, as a video game community, I feel like we have gotten a lot of disappointments, and hopefully several of these are not going to be disappointing, but we can only hope for the best and hope that these are some fat bangers that are coming out. So let's dive in and take a look at some of the top games that are coming out this year. Alright, now this first one was teased quite a while ago, and I'm really hoping that it is an amazing game. Bleach Soul Resonance. This thing looks so good. It looks beautiful. It does seem like it's going to be your basic relive all the storyline and go through all the fights that Ichigo went through from start to finish. I don't know how far it's going to go. They'll probably get to a certain point and do continuous updates as it is mobile and go from there. Now, hopefully there's great individual abilities that you can use with each of the characters. It does look like there's collaborative mechanics between the characters, so using multiple people is going to be pretty sick. And then you can experience different swords play. There'll probably be different play styles between someone like Mayuri or Byakuya or Jushiro, like so many different characters, and hopefully the Espada are brought in as well. I'm sure they will be. There's no way they can skip out on those. It does have somewhat of an open world feel that's going to be out there that allows you to revisit kind of the expansive world of the anime series of Bleach, with it, whether it's Hueco Mundo or it's the Soul Society itself. I really hope I can dive in and walk around throughout the entire world. Hopefully there's side missions that are really fun and kind of little knickknacks and stuff around the sides that aren't just fully focused on fighting. Now that's going to contain the original scenes. You can control the different characters and relive all those sick fights that existed in Bleach. You can build an adventure team and around their different battlefield skills, so it kind of leads me that there are going to be different kind of the color systems. I'm assuming we'll probably have that red, blue, green. We'll see if that actually happens, and whether it's defenders or attackers, and have all those class systems as well. I'm excited for it, and I think it's going to be insane good of a game. Hopefully it's not too much of a cash grab and it's not rushed out. Alright, next is going to be Wuthering Waves. Now this game looks beautiful. Honestly, I've played a lot of Genshin Impact myself, and I know that's what many of you are going to say right off the bat, is that it's basically a Genshin Impact clone. You could say that, but this one revolves a little bit more futuristic like. I think this one does look beautiful. Generally the futuristic style is not for me personally, but I think it does look like a great game. It's probably going to be gacha based around your characters and summoning and pulling for your favorite units, as well as the expansive kind of style of gameplay for choosing to fight however you so desire. Now, it does have an open pre-register if you wish to do that. It does appear there's going to be a variety of a roster that takes you through an expansive open world. I do appreciate that many games are diving into the open world aspect a lot more now instead of the general generic turn-based. I am kind of getting sick of that. I know that is certain people's cup of tea, but I've kind of moved past that. So this one's actually really nice. It has a beautiful world. The style looks fantastic. The characters look fantastic. There's going to be a variety of characters, gameplay style, as well as different bosses that you can fight, as well as the story that you're going to go through. That's going to be rather expensive and continually going as it continually gets updated. Alright, Project Mugen, however you choose to say that, is going to be, it looks like somewhat of a gacha style game, but it's actually going to be PS5 exclusive with some Microsoft Windows as well, so obviously going to be on PC for that. It does look like a fantastic game. I saw lots of memes. If you have not come across this game already, when Spider-Man 2 came out, many people were comparing and contrasting the similarities between that. Now, I think it is very similar in the web slinging, action slinging, slashing, but I don't really care. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be enjoyable. There's the little motorcycles. It's very techno. It's very like you're in the middle of Tokyo hitting, bashing enemies. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. The characters, the models, it's going to be fantastic. Now, I'm still repping a PS4 at this point. Maybe by the time this game comes out, I'll be repping a PS5. Hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. But overall, I think this game looks really cool. There's a variety of different characters with a unique cast. There's probably going to be a sick storyline. Now, we know very little information about this game at this very moment, but you can pre-register already if you choose to do that. Just go sign up at their website. Just type in Project Mugen in Google and hit the pre-register button on their main website. Is the first one to pop up. They already have a large amount of pre-registers. It's going to be coming global. It's going to be big. And I think it's actually going to be really entertaining as the big open world expansive map that it has. Imagine web slinging through the giant city and shooting your guns, blasting away enemies, and honestly using like your cool psychic technical powers to wail and throw cars at enemies. Like, I love that type of stuff. Like, when I see that, when I throw cars around, I generally think of Teen Titans Raven, and I like, maybe that's just a huge nostalgia factor for me, but I think it's gonna be sick. So either way, I think this game is going to be one of the top on the charts, and I generally will recommend it. So hopefully this thing is not a letdown. I'm just hoping 2024 in general is not another year of letdowns like 2023 and kind of 2022. But hopefully we're just in recovery mode after Rona and that whole situation that happened a few years ago. Zen Zone Zero is the sequel, not even sequel. It is the next game created by Hoyoverse, who is the original creator of Genshin. For those of you who don't know or have been living under a rock in the video game world, Genshin Impact is one of the biggest games, kind of, I think, globally, that took off astronomically in whatever year that was that it took off. Anyways, Zen Zone Zero, ZZZ, whatever you choose to call it, has a variety of characters that are maintained by different factions that kind of, I don't know how important these factions play in their roles, but they're kind of held to different like areas that do probably different things. The character designs are phenomenal. Absolutely love it. They even got your furries if you're really looking for that. I've seen some gameplay on this. Some people got that closed beta access to this game. You can sign up if you want to on their website as usual. Like, all of these have them, like almost all of them are open and ready to go for that. But many of the characters, it seems to be very futuristic. Again, I don't know, we're hitting the futuristic types hard with these new games this year in 2024, but I'm not too concerned because a lot of it looks beautiful, very open worldy. I've seen, it's basically, this game is like the game with a bunch of different games in it. Like, I'm pretty sure you contain a variety of different mini games held within inside. You can play with your character. There's going to be fighting, there's going to be mini games, there's probably going to be flirting with your most wonderful waifu that you so choose. You can even grab backgrounds for them as well. So I think this is going to be a hard hitter and is going to be massive. It is going to be on iOS, Android, as well as PC, but those of you who are wondering and concerned. So it's going to be pretty open and pretty available for many people, as I assume most people have a device that can play this. This next one, I'm gonna be honest, I think is one of my top most excited for and hype for. If you definitely have not been around, I don't know how many of you are not into Dragon Ball. I, even myself, have not like watched all of the anime, but boy did I play Budokai Tenkaichi 3. This is basically the fourth one to be coming out, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It is going to be Xbox, PlayStation, PC as well, so fully playable on the usual ones for that. Beautiful 3D like fights, not necessarily open world. The story mode, maybe, we'll see, but the fights have a wide, large arena style fights and combat that you're going to be able to thrive, shoot down your enemies, blast them with your Kamehamehas or Destructo Disc. One Punch Man world. Woo, child! I got to play this in the closed beta. I was lucky enough to get a key. Shout out my boy Greyfang. I'm just throwing it out there. Now, this game is basically kind of open world. You have the gacha system. It is mobile, it is PC. Those two, I think, exclusively. I don't believe it's going to be coming to console. It might later on, who knows. But you can run around, you can level up your characters, you can level up your skills. There's several different customization options. The pulling of the characters, we'll see how that goes. I don't think the gacha system was too rough, but that's to be determined. The story's beautiful. You can thrive. You literally just relive the One Punch Man story. I'm sure there's going to be PvP somewhere down the line. I did not participate in any of that. The side quests, there's the main quests. You can walk around town. You do whatever you so choose. I think it offers a lot of features. You can play Saitama, but most of the time when you do play Saitama, it's usually just really easy one and done things. So they usually have to hold you back and keep you from destroying everything. So anyways, there's a lot of things going on in this game. They let you play so many different characters that are even basic side characters, like the little smiley face guy with the ball. I kind of mained him, not gonna lie, and he kind of beat up stuff. So there are the tiers, like there's your typicals, like SRs and then SSRs, roughly that. I don't actually think they label it like that, but you know. Anyways, that should be coming out relatively soon, and this one might be the closest one to coming out besides Pal World. So we'll see. I'm so ready for this one. I'm going to be grinding away at this one. I have too many games to be grinding right now, and these things just keep sucking me down. So hope y'all are ready for this one to be coming out soon. I have it ordered on the pre-registered, signed up, whatever. You don't have to spend money on it, but I have it pre-registered on my phone, so it'll auto download as soon as it comes out. And you guys should be able to do that as well, whether you're on Android or iOS. Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash. Now this one I've been hard waiting for. Shout out my boy Jogo. I'm so ready to play Volcano Head in this. I'm gonna be like Krakatoa all over their cheeks. Anyways, it is a 2v2 action battle game, basically very similar to Ninja Storm, Ultimate Ninja Storm games. If you've played those from Naruto, it's basically the exact same vibe. I think it's obviously these games are all looking beautiful. I don't know how many times I've said beautiful in this video at this point, but I'm very hyped for this. Jujutsu Kaisen has not gotten a really large game like this, I don't think, yet. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they've had anything kind of this large yet. So this will be the big hard hitter. Hopefully it's not a letdown. I'm unsure of the amount of cast that they have for characters. If it's something like 12 characters, I'll be honest, I don't know if I see the game lasting that long. Nor, I guess, many people aren't really big character people. They are kind of storyline. The storyline, I'm assuming, is just going to be following through the storyline. You'll have probably little cutscenes and slides that go through, and then you'll just go into a battle and enter that. I doubt there's going to be too much open world to this. There might be. Correct me if I'm wrong. We'll see. But overall, it's going to be fighting. You have 1 to 4 online players. You have 1 player offline. It's a max of 2v2 actions, like packed game. I'm excited. We'll see how Sukuna works. If he's not giga broken, I'm not really sure how that's going to be working. It's going to be on all the consoles. You have PlayStation. It's even going to be on Nintendo Switch. Don't necessarily recommend getting on Switch, but if that's your only option, go ahead and do that if you really want the game. They have a variety of curses that are playable. They have like those little younger siblings from oh god, Chozo, I think Chozo. God, my names, I struggle so hard with Jujutsu Kaisen names, and I don't understand why. But they do have a decent cast on there so far. I'm thinking that's like about it from what they've shown so far in these different trailers. So to be determined. I'm excited to see how the gameplay plays out, and hopefully it varies slightly from Ultimate Ninja Storm and is not too similar to that game as well. So let me know what y'all think on this one, because I think this one's going to be really exciting. All right, this next one is Pal World. Very different, not your typical shonen anime games. Now, if you were to take Pokemon and Arc, and maybe Breath of the Wild or something, this is what a lot of people are actually saying, so you could say I'm regurgitating, but I didn't even realize it was going to be Arc style, to be honest. It is kind of a survival game. You build your base, you capture mons, the mons help you. If you want to make them basically slaves for you, I guess you can. I'm going to try and treat my mons a little nicer. I don't know if it's an option, we'll see. But basically, it's a open world game. There's going to be a huge map. If any of you have any idea how Arc works, basically you're kind of thrown on the map and you're left to explore and go do things however you so choose. There's no storyline. There's no linearity, I think is the word I'm looking for. It's just you choose what you want to do when. Now, there is kind of a level of scaling that you'll need to get to, so you'll probably have to start with collecting the easier mons, into collecting more difficult mons, into kind of jumping to the end game mons. And once you get there, now there are bosses, there's gym leaders. There's very similar to Pokemon as I would say, but there's also these dungeons that show up randomly. They're RNG based and they kind of show up based off time, so make sure you do them when you actually hit them. So this big game, apparently the development, it is going to be early access. It is not a full release yet, and it is only $30, I'll be honest, which is kind of crazy. So that game's actually coming out relatively soon. It's coming out January 19th. Going to be exciting. I'm so excited to play this. I'm going to be streaming this so much, and I'm not sure what to do with myself. I've been trying to hold back from watching other people's streams who got the early access, because slightly I'm sad that they got it, but I can't do anything about it. So anyways,
so boring.
Power World, strongly recommend.
Really,
it's beautiful. There's Totoro. You can fuse mons, you can train your mons, you can make the difficulty harder if you want to. So if you want a lot more bigger of a challenge, you can do it. I think where you can even set it where if your mons pass out, they're just dead and you don't get them back. So depending on how difficult you want the game to be, you can choose that. I'm not sure which one I'll start with. I kind of want to do the hard one, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. Anyways, that is all of our games. Let me know what y'all think of for 2024. Let me know which ones are your favorites. If there's ones that I missed and y'all are super excited for, let me know. I'm kind of excited to see. So that's all I have for y'all. I'm Room Puss. Make sure you check out my Twitch, Twitter, Discord, all of that fun stuff. We'll be seeing y'all on the next one. Yeah, holy! Peace, beautiful people.